All right, we're getting some important piece of news right now. This is about the JDU meet that is going on. It seems a BJP-JDU compromise is on the cards. We're learning from our sources that the JDU will not be insisting on the BJP immediately announcing its Prime Ministerial candidate. It will give the BJP another 6 to 8 months, that is not till the state elections in November. I believe we have with us our Editor-in-Chief Rajdeep Sardesai on the phone. Rajdeep, what is the reason for this change in stand?
Well, it appears that there has been backroom talks between the JDU leadership and the BJP leadership, at the end of which the BJP appears to have convinced the JDU not to use its executive meet to insist that the BJP declare its Prime Ministerial candidate right away or set any deadline which could rupture the ties between the two parties who have been allies for almost a decade and a half. It appears that the BJP has been able to convince Nitish Kumar that they have taken his concerns on board. They will address them at the appropriate time. At the moment, the BJP has told the JDU that this would be the wrong time to send out a signal that the two parties are heading for a collision in Bihar. So it appears that while initially the JDU's political resolution was to be announced today, it has now been postponed to tomorrow so that the wording can be done in a manner that it doesn't appear that the JDU is confronting the BJP. So a section of the BJP appears to have convinced the JDU leadership not to precipitate a confrontation just yet, to allow the matter to at least be deferred by 3 to 6 months till such time as both sides have clearly worked out their strategy for the general elections.
And Rajdeep, is it also clear that the JDU has realized that it might not be a good idea to walk out of the NDA just yet?
That's right. The JDU also recognizes that quitting the NDA won't be as easy, or quitting the BJP won't be as easy as it may appear. While yes, Nitish Kumar has his own compulsions when it comes to taking on Narendra Modi. There is a 25% Muslim vote in Bihar, and he's worried that if Modi were to be made leader of the NDA, that vote would go en masse to his main rival, Lalu Prasad. So that is the main cause of his concern. At the same time, he knows that if he has to consolidate his position in Bihar, he does need the additional vote of the BJP. The BJP in that sense stands less to lose than Nitish. Nitish is also not sure how the third front or a federal front would emerge. He remains steadfastly anti-Congress. So I think Nitish is weighing his options. He also needs a little bit more time before he takes a final decision. And it appears that a number of his senior colleagues, and particularly Sharad Yadav, have been worked upon by the BJP leadership to convince them that the political resolution should not be drafted in a manner that would suggest that Nitish Kumar has virtually exercised a veto over Narendra Modi at this stage. He may do so at a later stage, but not. It now seems unlikely that the political resolution of the Janata Dal United will set any specific deadline within which the BJP will have to announce its Prime Ministerial candidate.
Right, Rajdeep, and sources had been telling us how Rajnath Singh has been speaking to Nitish Kumar and also Sharad Yadav. We also have with us Maria Shakil, who joins us live from the Constitutional Club. Maria, what are you hearing over there? It seems that resolution won't be as strongly worded after all.
That's right, Parikshit. After Nitish Kumar landed in the national capital last evening, we are told he had several rounds of meeting with the JDU chief Sharad Yadav. And in that meeting, Sharad Yadav, we are told, has conveyed to the Bihar chief minister that we should be cautious as far as the wordings of the political resolution is concerned. The mood within the JDU is that the time has come, but for the JDU to really harden its stand as far as Narendra Modi's candidature is concerned. They want that NDA should be given a straight and clear signal. But JDU's top leadership, particularly Sharad Yadav, has told Nitish Kumar that we should be treading on a cautious line, and that is the reason perhaps the JDU's political resolution that was to come up today has been postponed for tomorrow. And the JDU sources are also confirming to us, Parikshit, that they may not set a time frame. That is something that Sharad Yadav has conveyed, that because that would essentially mean that the JDU is dictating its term to the BJP, which may in fact precipitate the crisis.
Maria, what about saying that the Prime Ministerial candidate of the NDA must be one with secular credentials? Is that statement going to figure in the political resolution at all now?
Well, Parikshit, what the JDU sources are telling us is that they would be cautious in their words. Well, they may talk about the criteria that the Prime Ministerial candidate must have. They would be reinstating and reiterating that the Prime Ministerial candidate should be acceptable to all sections of the society and that he should have impeccable secular credentials, but no clear name, and that they would not be taking any name as far as Narendra Modi is concerned.
Who are the key figures in all these talks, Maria? Maria, if you can hear us, who are all the key figures in these talks?
After Nitish Kumar landed in Delhi last evening, Parikshit, we are told, in fact, the Bihar Chief Minister was deciding the words of the political resolution on the flight from Patna to Delhi. After he landed in Delhi, he met Sharad Yadav. Sharad Yadav are the two people who have been drafting the words, and also Mr. K.C. Tyagi, who is the new General Secretary of the party, and they have been working on the words of the various resolutions that will be taken up over the next 2 days. The political resolution is one that will be watched out very closely, besides the words also of the economic and foreign policy resolution.
All right, thanks Maria for getting us that big breaking piece of news. Maria, they're reporting that the JDU may not finally ask the BJP to declare a Prime Ministerial candidate at the earliest. That's a story we will be tracking all through the day. All right, shifting focus to the other big piece of news that came in this morning, a potential embarrassment for the UPA. The Indian Express, in a report today, has said the CBI status report in the coal scam was vetted by the Law Minister and PMO officials. The report says the CBI director and others involved in preparing the coal scam report had been summoned by Law Minister Ashwini Kumar, and that the report was toned down. Questions have been raised about PM's own knowledge about the entire coal scam probe report. The Supreme Court has asked the CBI director to file an affidavit before the court, stating clearly whether the report was shared with the government executives as well. CBI says the story is speculative and we have not filed any affidavit in the Supreme Court. The BJP now wants an SIT probe in the coal scam. Leader of opposition Sushma Swaraj has tweeted accusing the government of influencing the CBI.
What dilutions are to be made in this report is obviously what the agenda of these meetings should have been. The government owes an explanation.
All right, let's discuss this story with our correspondent Arunodaya Mukherjee, who joins us on the phone. Arunodaya, you had a word with the CBI director. What did he tell you? And also, are officials in the CBI now worried about what kind of an explanation will they give the Supreme Court?
Certainly so, Parikshit, because this is something that is going to again be a blow to the reputation of the CBI, considering the fact that this is something that we've seen in the past as well. But in this particular case, the CBI is saying, in fact, they're not confirming the report, but interestingly, they're not denying it either. And that's where the problem arises, and that's what makes it even more alarming. But what's even more concerning is the fact that there was almost like a planned meeting that took place between PMO officials, Law Ministry officials, and CBI officials to almost discuss what exactly should be put into that status report before filing it in the Supreme Court. And now it remains to be seen how the CBI looks at the entire situation when they do go ahead and file that affidavit, putting them in an extremely complicated position in this entire situation.
All right. Thanks very much, Arun, there for getting us that update.